Very nice, Teacher Dustin. Copy the link. You know what to do. Copy. Boop. There we go. Web Talk Live. Web Talk TGIF. Now over to Fading Facebook. My first. Done. Now let's go get the YouTube link again. Put it in Fading Facebook, just the naked link itself of YouTube. Pop it in there for people who don't have Web Talk. Would you like to practice speaking English? Come join. Teacher Tim. Okay. So we'll pop this. Would you like to practice speaking English? Ask teacher Tim your questions. And then pop the YouTube Live link over in a would you like to practice speaking English? Come ask teacher Tim your questions. To the individuals that are watching this in a recording in the future, you will understand what all this is. Yeah. Teacher Andy did great yesterday. In Zoom now. All right. So we're going to go over. Okay, we're good there. We're going to pop the link into a couple Facebook groups. If you guys are over in YouTube watching this, that's not the place to be. Let me add it over to this page here. This is Super Dad Andy's YouTube channel, the ambassador of Innovative English of Vietnam. All right, now let's go over to Web Talk. We're going to screen share over in the secure IEG Zoom channel. All right, now we can see Web Talk. Teacher Tim is here. Check the notifications. All right, we're still in April over there in America. So right now the whole pie is still 2,000. And in about 4 hours, that's going to reset to a new number, the free rewards, add rewards program of Web Talk. It will switch over to at least show 4,000. And there are guesses based on true effort inside Web Talk that it could be higher than 4,000. Doubling, not because Web Talk said that's what it was going to do. It was because Web Talkers were aware that they could add revenue to their Web Talk. we can have things said to us, and then we can create through true effort and make it larger. And this is where Web Talk is. They are aware now, especially the individuals from IEG. They have been shared, told when they ask questions, when they're in these secure Zoom discussions. That's what we need to do. We need to open up 3 or 4 everyday sponsored ads in your Web Talk. There are many different ads you can choose through the Google AdSense. Kind of, you don't want to see that, exit out. Google will give you others. The sponsored ads of Teacher Tim's wife's account every evening, they're absolutely amazing. They're in the Thai language, they're in English, about real estate, about new cars, Honda advertising. She's actually looking into a newer car, and that's why Google sends these types of ads. She's searching. Artificial intelligence. Google knows what you're searching. You use the search engine. Delete that request. Okay, so we're live right now. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to pop in the Zoom account, invite, copy invitation from the participants room of Zoom. You can invite, copy the invitation, and then you edit the Web Talk post. Now again, Web Talkers are going to learn. Here comes Teacher Andy. Web Talkers are going to learn that Zoom account number, that link is everywhere. You guys are going to be asking, hey, where is it? Where is it? Where's that Zoom account? Where I can't get in. You got to think. If Teacher Tim and others are saying we're in the official IEG secure Zoom account, that's one number. And you go look for it in the magic news feed of Teacher Andy. He shares it every Web Talk Live. Teacher Tim shares it every Web Talk Live. So right now, just updating. Hey, Teacher Andy, nice to have you here. Wonderful travel session. Listening to it.
Yeah, it was fun today. It was good listening to people talk about different places.
Yes. Yes, Teacher Dustin, on the swing. Her voice was loud and clear because she was on her smartphone this time. So it's something to do with her laptop with the sound, with the both of them. So we'll figure that out. And I read your message in Messenger, man, and absolutely correct. It's so exciting to know that we're doing this correctly, and in really a short couple months, that can be a great possibility.
Right.
It's just up to us. Oh, you're outside in the backyard, huh?
Yeah.
Very
Levi, do you
nice.
see the helicopter? Yeah, it's it's funny because I was telling my friends, I said, they said, so what's going on at your house and stuff, and I said, well, every day we come out and the kids dig in the backyard. And I said, any other time of life, I'd be yelling at them for digging holes in the backyard, but during quarantine, whatever takes up their time, dig as many holes as you want in the backyard.
Hey, hi Levi. Keep digging those holes. You- your father gave you permission, man. Have fun.
Yeah. No.
Oh no. And there's yeah, that's great. Digging the holes.
Come in. Come here. Do you want to go inside with the mama? You want to go inside with mama? You don't
Secure
want to stay in?
Zoom channel. So we'll start naming it so they know the official IEG secure Zoom channel. So there's the link now inside for Zoom. You have to go over to when you edit every time, Web Talkers, you got to disable the comments again. It's this default setting. It's for your safety. RJ mentioned it. Put that in for safety, for the silliness. Many Web Talkers complained. He didn't have that at some point. He put it back in because of all the complaints. And then what happens? Web Talkers complain again. Come on. Think about what this is. I can't see them. I can't see the children, huh? Teacher Terry, there's the comments. Teacher Alexander, you know what to do. Copy the naked YouTube live link, pop it into your Web Talk post. Terry, you know, just pop it in, write something. Let your contacts kind of see this. Over time, they're going to get familiar with it. Teacher Dustin? Yes, Teacher Dustin.
Hello.
There she is. It
You
seems
know,
to
when
be having a problem. Oh, yes, Teacher Dustin,
I,
you talk.
I was watching one of my lessons. Suddenly, there were a notification from the person who name is Andy, because I subscribed his channel. I saw you, and I just directly copied the naked link and I put it on the web talk.
Wonderful. So you did it right away because you said you were watching, and I didn't even create the Web Talk post yet. You went over
I
to
just
YouTube
yes.
with the notification. Wonderful. And then you just copied it right away. See, Web Talkers are going to realize that's going to be that beautiful way. Notification, YouTube, boop, 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 copy and paste. Oh, there's Teacher Tim, Web Talk Live. Let me go get it into my Web Talk.
And I wrote official secure account from our pioneer, the great for our great world.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Now, there was a situation that Teacher Toto wrote in Messenger, and this is one of the main reasons why we have the screen share off. We can have full control of the microphone. We can have the annotation part is another part to have off as well. It's the screen share, it's the chat, and the situation. Teacher Tim will be talking to Teacher Annie and Teacher Toto about it because we already are in the cure now, even though it happened in the travel project. We're going to be talking about it because this is a situation that's very simple to copy. and then infiltrate. So when you have those security measures in, like screen sharing off, um, and the others like the chat, and the teacher can just go about, having fun, calling on people's names, checking, who they are when they do talk, and putting on that microphone, and they talk like someone else, then there's going to be those types of situations as well. And we will advance everything as, see, these are learning issues as well, and that's where true project based really is the highest level.
Exactly. You know, teacher, Tim, before you came to life, I was talking to my
Mhm.
husband. I was
Oh yes.
telling him that from now on, I'm gonna my teacher Tim's official account, because it will be much secure, and we are going to be safe inside that account. So he got happy,
Yes.
because of
Yes.
that.
Yeah, very good. Nice to hear that. And this is about also, um, keeping husbands at peace, as well as their wives and children do something on the global stage like we are creating. It's also, to
Mm.
keep them um, in the knowing that everything's going to be okay with their, child, with their wife, um, because building and expanding a world based on passion is a beautiful thing. It's an empowering world, like you keep sharing. And the place where you want to visit in the future is, like you said, it's a unique place. It's more than beautiful. um, it's a place in the world that, you know words I can't describe at this second. um, Vietnam is going to do that for you when you get there. um, the place that you presented yesterday and you couldn't screen share, when you get there, because that's a place in your mind that you want to travel to, that's going to take you to a whole new level, especially when we continue, because in a couple hours we're going to see the ad rewards change in May from the 2000 set in April. We're going to see it to 4,000 or more. And that's going to actually, especially if we see more,
Yeah.
web talkers are going to, they're going to be like, whoa, wait a minute here. Uh, You
You know,
know,
teacher,
yes.
go ahead.
No,
You
no,
know,
you
my
can
husband
interrupt
told
me.
me,
You're good.
my husband told me, I'm so happy because you are working with those kind people, and I'm feeling that you are insecure. That is the first point. The second point, he told me, even if you don't gain a penny from that process, I'm sure that you're going to learn lots of beautiful and beneficial things from them. So that is the beauty of this world about me. It is not about pie or something like that, adding rewards. Even if I don't gain any penny inside this process, uh, I'm happy still inside it.
Exactly, exactly. And that, at the end of this 24-hour period, if something happens to Web Talk, Teacher Tim continues. Teacher Andy continues. Teacher Dustin continues. Teacher Alexandra continues. Teacher Terry continues. The individuals that are listening right now, they continue. And you know how? Why? It's simple. It's based on your
Yeah.
passion. Passion is truly the first wave of it, is about creating. And the second wave, the third wave of it will always be about the revenue. It'll always be about the fiat in this world that is needed to survive. Because if we learn from others who have created from their dream field, from their passion, that always comes in waves later. And it just continues to flow. It's like Mark Zuckerberg.
Right.
Let me just write a comment to Teacher Alexander, and then I'm going to give an example of Mark Zuckerberg.
Okay.
Yeah, and just on that, I mean, that's what we've always said. Whether WebTalk pays what they say they're going to pay in the future or not, look at the connections that we have worldwide now. I mean, that's huge.
I'm gonna repeat the same statement. Wow, I don't have any words to describe this environment.
Yes. And that's just, Teacher Tim repeating the words that Teacher Andy has been sharing, even from day one when he shared with me on the global stage of Facebook. Teacher Tim, it's beautiful. Let's create it. Let's move forward with this type of idea called Web Talk. And he would always share, if it doesn't work, it's free. We'll get people to get in for free. We'll use this platform to support global teachers, if that's the idea of it, and much, much more to support everyone. And if it doesn't work, we both look at each other and know that we're going to continue, because we are individuals that always have imaginations on, even when we might be in places, that try to turn it off, like a school system or an institution where you might step into. They're going to try to turn off the imagination and just tell you the step by step what to do, instead of joining at a round table and saying, okay, here are the facts. What ideas do we all have? Let's create something better for all people in this institution.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing. That right now, that's what we are. We're in a round table, listening to each other, sharing more ideas. The learning issues evolve. And that's the situation that happened with Teacher Toto last night when I woke up this morning and saw it in Messenger. That is a beautiful learning issue we're going to have to discuss it in the secure Zoom official account of IEG. And we've already secured the Zoom for those situations that are going to happen, because you think humanity, they're not going to be thinking on how to destroy something that's rising humanity. And that's where Teacher Tim is like this, a statement: they do not have permission to destroy it.
Yes.
So when you don't give permission, and I'm talking about something that beyond the word permission, that not many people understand. When you say that, when you give the energy out, they can't enter. They can't enter. It goes against nature's law. And even the opposite of what's being created, the so-called negative of the world, they know they're actually very, very weak. They can't enter it. It's impossible for them to enter it. They have to go get others to try to infiltrate. And they're also weak. They're just followers. Feed a couple things in. Oh, let me try a couple more. They're just weak. That's the term bullying. They're just weak individuals. And there's the beauty of it right there. When you stand up to a bully, someone finally does. What happens to that bully? They collapse over, and then everybody observes it. And what happens at that point? That bully becomes nothing to everybody around. And it begins to empower others. Oh, wow, look at that. They just did that. They stood up and he was half the size of that bully. Wow, what's that mean? Wow, he really is weak. This is true project based. It actually develops that an understanding, and it eliminates
Yeah,
bullying
exactly.
in the classrooms. It goes away, especially when a bully enters into the engineering house, enters into innovative English, and the children understand based on their passion what they're creating. They don't have time for the stupid silliness of the world. They're creating based on their passion. So when there's bullying, they'll look at that individual and they'll keep creating together. It'll be a core of energy. And that bully kind of realizes, you know what? Either I have to conform to that beauty, or I'm going to continue my conformity and be some type of energy that just doesn't make sense in this area, in this arena. And they just leave, or they stay and they conform to that energy. That's true project based. It's happened time and time again. Bullies come into innovative English, grade 5, grade 6, and they conform. When the whole world says you can't change someone who doesn't want to learn, that's one of the most silliest things that a true project-based teacher has to listen to. That's a conformity. That's actually putting humanity down when you keep repeating that. They just heard it over and over again, so they just repeat it as a program. So Mark Zuckerberg, on a passion, on an idea, before Facebook was developed, his idea, I'm going to create a space. Brought in a couple friends. They created it. It was based on passion. Was he thinking about money at the time? How much he would make? Billions of dollars? Absolutely not.
No.
No way. It was just an idea.
Sometimes, teacher Tim, sometimes we cannot buy those stuffs at the store. Believe me, there are lots of feeling and things in the entire world. We cannot buy them with the highest rank or with the amount of money. So not every time money is important. As I said, this environment, a secure environment, cannot be bought by anybody in this world. So we cannot, estimate everything in this world by a price. It is more than that. It means more than that. So sometimes there are lots of people, they are rich, they have amount of money, they have everything in their life, but they cannot find that secure world that shows money is not everything. I know that everybody think about money, but sometimes it doesn't work with us.
And that is actually a fact. When we live in this world, everybody thinks of money. It has to be that way. We are in a world where money is used. And so that was the beauty of teacher Andy's idea, in 2018, and well before it as well, creating for his high school students with a sports application and much more. It was how can we connect students of the world to meet others, and then on the thinking that, well, that's all great. We can set up people and talk to people. you know Really though, are we going to respect their time? This is where people in Facebook, um, they really don't understand the respect of time. When they see someone on the global stage of Facebook and you're live streaming, and a perfect example would be Teacher Tim. I'm there on a reason. There's someone who set up a innovative English global interview, 20 minutes, like a Teacher Jesus. Teacher Jesus did that, and we did it through Messenger. When everybody was complaining that they took the guest feature away, do you think Teacher Tim was complaining? We just put him on Messenger, and he shared his vision. And what happens in all of the chat, in all of the Facebook Live, where it's just Teacher Tim? Hey, Teacher Tim, call me. Call me. I want to talk to you. Call me. Call me. You 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 don't understand what this really is. Why don't you listen to Teacher Jesus instead of writing down something and understand what you're actually being a part of? Or go into your million Facebook Lives and do that to the Super Dad AJ Hogues of the world. Say, call me, call me. Look what they do. They keep on reading to you. They never bring on anybody unless they know someone that they've met for many, many years. And look what Super Dad AJ Hogue, he actually promotes people who are selling things when he brings them on as guests. He's supporting people that he has met online and in the real world to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's we'll go back to Mark Zuckerberg. It's simple. Mark Zuckerberg had an idea. He began it in school. And what happened? You think the first 6 months everybody was in Facebook in his idea? It was him and his two friends playing around in it. And then it kind of spread to wherever it spread. Another human being, another human being, another human being. Another you. I don't like this. This is retarded. I don't like that. This is what? What? It's so slow. It's lagging there, Mark. What are you doing here? Oh, it's in beta. We're just coding and programming it right now. What's beta mean? I don't understand. What's beta mean, Mark? And he had to repeat it over and over again. Go have a talk with Mark Zuckerberg. I guarantee you, he was like a broken record, just like Teacher Andy, just like RJ would be if he's explaining to the world about his all-in-one networking platform. He's just a broken record. And he has set the world on fire, actually,
Yes.
RJ, in such a way that, yes, this is your platform to develop. And if you develop it, and if you take care of it, and if you invite people, you're going to make revenue. Well, it's based on your passion. Do you want to grow it? If that's a passion of yours, well, then you're going to make revenue. And look at all some of the web talkers that join in now. I get screenshots over in Messenger. They have like 30 cents, 25 cents. They're free users. And they're like, what's going on? I don't get it. I'm doing so much in web talk, and this is what I got here: 25 cents, 40 cents, 15 cents. And I'm just smiling. I'm not even answering them other than keep creating in web talk. I mean, they're not listening. 15 cents, 40 cents, 39 cents, 25 cents, $2 in web talk. You don't understand, humanity, that is based just on your creating and your comments and emojis giving back to others, and they give to you in web. You don't get that. You don't get that. That's how web talks traffic and engagement grows, and that's how the free rewards works. And then you can't think about Mark Zuckerberg and other. You can't think about the Amazon world out there and their program of people being able to invite people to Amazon, a marketplace, and how Amazon gives them. You're not listening to Teacher Andy's facts. You're not listening to Teacher Andy's facts because you were asleep in a four-wall classroom for 10, 15, 20 years. Even in the university level, you're asleep. That's just a fact. You're being lectured to, and you don't have the cojones to stand up and say, can we have a roundtable discussion here about this class for a second?
Yeah.
You don't have it, humanity. You're too conformed in the world. And Teacher Tim's talking to the majority. And what does AJ Hogue, What does Super Dad AJ Hogue always read about? What are the words he says? You think Teacher Tim is going to squirt out things right now that are just silly things? You don't think Teacher Tim knows what the facts are of humanity, the majority? Do I have to use animal names to describe humanity? This is true project based. This is the rise of humanity correctly, naturally, with 100% true effort based on passion. And the other side is Teacher Andy has a high level true compassion. He cares about the money. And Teacher Tim stands with him to allow him to make as much money as he can in this world based on his passion. I don't care about the other people that say I'm not here for the money. That's the big kicker of it, Teacher Dustin. All of you are just a bonus. And I want Teacher Andy to make as much money through whatever he creates. And when he does it, you know what he's going to do with it? You know what he's going to do with his time? He's going to take his family on a journey to meet everybody. Why wouldn't we want that? You think his school, his institution is going to give him extra money for all this time that he does after school?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So these are just, see, Teacher Tim, I talk at such a high level that humanity can't understand it. And the talk, the other side of it is a showing that they can't understand. So actions speak louder than words. To Teacher Tim, the true project-based teacher, it means nothing. Actions speak louder than words. It means nothing because you have to have words in your heart. Those are your words. If you choose to express them, that's even more powerful because that's how humanity develops and connects. You don't sit under a tree yet, humanity. And then others, like a magnet, come over to you as you sit there quietly, listening to other vibrations besides human voices. Humans aren't attracted to that yet. Actions and words are energy. They're the same thing. So you have phrases out there. You use these phrases and you use them to justify the facts that a large amount of humans just have zero action towards them. And that's an effect. And the cause is being cured. It's being supported. The cause is the four walls. It's being supported, humanity. It's not being destroyed, it's being supported. You think it's something else. This is not a revolution with the R. This is an evolution to make things better from the beauty of before. Same thing with RJ. He's just making things better. You want to use your time in platforms? Well, join Web Talk and use your time just like you did in others. Listen to the testimonial video of Teacher Tim. Actually, it was about a minute. It was cut into something. In that testimonial, everybody gave their own testimonial and they were all excited about the money, to be able to use a platform to make money. And then what does RJ do when he sees this testimonial? Hey guys, you didn't talk about all the features that really Web Talk is. So he jumps in and he does it himself at the end. And then what happens? A week later, he shows a video of an American making $6,000, $7,000, and we're all supposed to be pumped up and excited about it. We already know that's happening. It's just America's waking up now, especially to a real estate group. You think a real estate group cares about $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? Do you even understand what they make every month based on commissions? Oh, I'm sorry. The fact is they lost their job. Let's look at the numbers a little bit deeper before you get excited about something. Because if you look at Vietnam, They've already accomplished what that video is. No one's going to understand that because you don't understand other parts of the world. America understands America. And then there's Teacher Tim that understands over 65 countries with Teacher Andy.
Yeah.
We're not here putting countries on blacklists just because of TV shows and newspapers.
Right.
Yesterday, talking to the teacher, Abdullah, Innovative English of Somalia, just an incredible human being. He's permission based in. You can challenge him this way, that way. He wants the whole world to know more about himself, who he is, and what's the bonus. We're going to learn about his country. And Teacher Andy in a travel, channel, part 2 and part 1, got to talk to this individual. And there's another one, Muhaba, who is so excited and wanted to leave Web Talk a week or so ago with a couple other Web Talkers who want to leave because they don't see any value to it. No one's inviting them into their, Zoom classes. They just haven't figured it out yet. And Teacher Tim is aware and guiding them. They're back in. They're creating Web Talk posts. They're connected. They're connected to the teachers. Teacher Abdullah, Innovative English of Somalia, yesterday. Who's he connected to? Teacher John. Where's Teacher John on his posts? He was there yesterday. Writing, commenting, based on our talk here about an English phrase. He actually did the challenge in Web Talk, tag Teacher Andy, tag Teacher Terry, tag Teacher Tim. Teacher John writes, that's an English phrase right there. Teacher Tim, I look at it, give the little emoji. He writes back to Teacher John, thank you. Boop, 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 boop. Teacher Tim says, you got confirmation from 2 Americans, Teacher Tim and Teacher Terry. Next up is Teacher Andy. Just because someone from England says it's an English phrase, wonderful. We can still communicate and ask other Americans to see if they know what that phrase is. And he did it in Web Talk, in a Web Talk post, and got emojis and comments along the way to support his revenue sharing. Teacher John invited him. Now all of a sudden, Teacher John is writing inside there and giving him 20 points. And this Teacher Abdullah then understood that because he was invited by Teacher John, he's a free user. Who gets those matching points every time you get a point or 20 or emoji 10 or a share? Oh, Teacher John does. Exactly. So stop Web Talk teachers thinking just about your own Web Talk post and see the bigger picture here for a second. Understand the bigger picture. Web Talk is not just about you. It's about everyone. It's about a development of an idea that is so much higher level than your little fading Facebook arena and your little TikTok arena. Why do you think TikTok grew so quickly, so rapidly? Because that's how humanity is. They want to be able to play. They don't have opportunities to play. When do children get to play? When do adults get to play?
Teacher,
When?
can I? Okay.
You can interrupt me anytime, Teacher Dustin. Just Teacher Tim, just shut up for a second and let me talk. You come in here. This is your session, Teacher Dustin. See, Teacher Tim will talk and talk and talk to the world because they're based on facts. They're based on ideas. I'm just sharing something such high level. You come in and just talk, Teacher Dustin. You're cool. You might say, "Oh, that's disrespectful." I'm giving you permission. You're here based on your passion and compassion. There's a big difference, Teacher Dustin. So it's a zero disrespect. You can yell at me, Teacher Dustin, for things that I might do, like Super Z the other day telling a fact that most of the world hates Teacher Tim. Did I say stop that? Don't say that to her? Absolutely not. These are facts. You don't think Teacher Tim's aware of that? I accept it because that's what humanity is. It's a program.
Right.
So Teacher Dustin, share.
You mentioned TikTok. I'm not here to show my disrespect to the TikTok, But in my country, I saw so many families, they got a big problem because of TikTok. They share that from everywhere because you know, it is not something. I know there are lots of people who are using TikTok for useful things, but most of the young generation, they don't know how to use TikTok because it becomes the biggest problem in my country. They informed families, just be aware about your children because using TikTok is gonna threat our young generation because they are not using TikTok for something useful in their life. As you said, time is precious in our life. So we need to know where we shall use that time or with what. So time is not like anything else, we cannot bring it back. So I don't have TikTok and I don't have Instagram. I don't use these stuffs. Even I don't have an Instagram account and I don't have TikTok, but I heard from people from the families, they said our children are in danger because they are doing some stuff. Let's say their parents are not educated well, they don't know about TikTok, but their children have TikTok. So they are using TikTok in a bad way. So it affects our young generation, especially in my country. I don't know about the other countries. So that's really a threat for our young generation. If there will be someone to make them to understand this platform, Web Talk, if they use Web Talk for their precious time, it will be much better than using TikTok for those singing or some stuffs. I have seen so many videos on YouTube. They are doing something unnatural.
Mhm. Mhm. Let
You
me
see, you
and
said
yes, and
yes.
so people are going to say, like, like what you said, Teacher Tim. Um, I'm talking about TikTok for a second here, and it's like what you said, Teacher Tim. And you got to, humanity, understand what actually Teacher Tim is talking about. Individuals are using TikTok for a reason. You might not understand this, you might understand it. These children that you say, and countries are trying to protect the children and saying to the parents, be careful of TikTok, it's going to destroy the generation, the young. See, there's a bigger picture to it that humanity doesn't understand. They're trying to play. They're trying to play in a life that's controlling everything about them and taking the playtime away. So they want their own time. This is where humanity doesn't understand. You don't understand that. They're just trying to play. And it could be adults. Adults are in the same boat as the children of the world. I'm not talking about a specific country right now. The cure is on for the whole world. Adults are trying to play as well. That's why you see so many trying to create things and doing things that some people might say inefficient in their 24 hours. To them, it's just playtime. They get to play for the first time. It's actually very beautiful. It's beautiful to them. So what's the solution? What's the solution? It's simple. It's simple. You have to think about all of your little studying and all your subjects and all that homework that you give to children. Where is your efficiency inside the four walls of a classroom in the engagement and the understanding there? What's the purpose of your little homework idea now in the 21st century? Are you that insecure that you have to give 6 hours of homework every single night to children? Are you really? You really want to put children in that world, parents? Just because you came from it as well? And the uneducated and the educated. It doesn't matter if we say they're uneducated in somewhere in the world or they're educated. Educated individuals do the same thing as uneducated. They're conformed to the outside world, so they follow these unnatural rules and they enforce. And children have zero say. So what else are they going to do? Every opportunity they have with something called a smartphone or a tablet that is in the 21st century, and the parents give it to them, or they get it with their own money, they're going to have some fun. That's what video games are. Video games are an outlet to just relax and enjoy. And everybody says, oh, it's an addiction. Oh, it's this and this. Oh, it's this and this. They should be addicted to homework. Really? You're not talking to the generations before that were just, they kept on conforming to that. You're talking about a newer generation. They're evolving. They're not the same like the human beings like Teacher Tim at all. And they are. They are the same. We're just giving more opportunities by listening to them.
Yes.
So you have to
We need
listen
to
to the
listen to
words,
our
because
children.
when people, yeah, Teacher Dustin, when people say, oh, well, Teacher Tim said this, the world does not understand. Actually, Teacher Tim is sharing facts and the idea and the whole. You don't hear Teacher Tim talking about a country, blah, 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 and that, that's, oh, we have the cure. It's on today, 24 hours. Do you see the children of Vietnam? Do we even have a survey on how many were doing silly things in Facebook before Web Talk came along in their lives? Do we have any survey? Who cares? Who cares? We already know the facts, and we're going to get one at a time. Look at all the children joining Teacher Maley. Look at all the children joining Teacher Grant's story time. They have an opportunity every evening now. Every evening.
Yeah.
Look at them all. On the microphone in the beginning, all the sound. It's Teacher Grant wants it that way. All the sound. He's talking with them. They're talking. Everybody can hear. Okay, guys, he repeats a couple times. I'm going to mute everybody's mic. Let's read the story. Okay, guys, I'm going to mute everybody's mic. We're going to read the story. Okay, guys, it's so nice. I'm going to mute the mic. I'm going to turn off the mic, and we're going to start the story. He repeats it because it's an English environment. That's the teaching that he has. That's the patience. It's beautiful. Teacher Tim was listening to it. And I know Teacher Andy is there with his children who are so excited in the morning over on the other side of the world. All of a sudden, we're showing the youngest generation useful things inside something that the world says is negative. It doesn't matter what the world says. They are in their own worlds. Governments, they don't know what's going on. And they do. They do. They're doing their very best. You don't even know the Chinese government world out there. Teacher Tim does. I listen to citizen after citizen after citizen after citizen as the Chinese government tried to implement things to try to support them with what was happening in their society with this. And then really, what's happened with them? They've evolved so beautifully with using this. They now have it as a system to pay whenever they go anywhere. They have their bank accounts secure, different accounts, different applications. They don't need a wallet anymore. They don't need to have leather anymore, killing animals. You want to really talk about the bigger picture here, humanity? What happened with the virus? Do you see the rivers are cleaner? Do you
Yes.
go outside and really breathe the air now? And really know that it really is a couple more particles less, that toxins your body will not have to remove in the future based on the environments of the world for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, more and more toxins coming in. What do you think is going to happen to the human body over time? It's going to collapse. The kidneys can't take it. You don't understand that. You want to suppress fevers. Teacher Tim was in a fever for 6 days based on permission of his sister who has something going on in her body on the other side of the world. Teacher Tim was in a fever for 6 days straight, celebrating it. But humanity, you suppress it. Go to the hospital. Let's push it down. Oh, prepare yourself. You don't understand what a fever is. It's the greatest mechanism that the human body has. It turns on to take out because the kidneys have failed. So keep on with your processed food and your little closest to plastic ingredients called cheese, and keep on drinking your pasteurized milk and go over to your little soy milk, because you don't understand what a human being is. You think you look like a cow, so you want to drink that milk for the rest of your life and get calcium? Do you even know what calcium is? You don't know what calcium is.
Well, teacher Tim, so here I'm agree with you, but what is the sadness here? That is why I shared that point about TikTok, because every day we hear that some problem, the social problem issue happen in in each families with their daughter, with their sons. So that is really a sadness happening. Every day we hear that, let's say, uh, a girl from a family has been killed by someone else because of that platform. So that is why I share TikTok here, because before joining this Zoom class, my husband read something that happened 2 days ago in some places near to my house.
Yes.
One girl has been killed by 3 boys.
Mhm.
Yeah, that is why I share that point, because when I say it, the families are not educated because maybe they don't understand that platform. They don't know how to use it. When their children use that platform, and they're gonna take them to the wrong direction.
Yes. Teacher
That
Dustin,
is-
you already shared that. The world heard it.
yeah,
If that those are facts. We're in a cure now. That's it. We're here to show, we're here to share. That's it.
yeah,
And many people are going to read stuff and say, "Oh, it's TikTok's fault." Those so-called 3 boys doing something to a girl, ending the life. You got to go deeper. Even though humanity doesn't want to, they just want to read a story and say TikTok is the enemy here. You got to go deeper. We're as deep as humanity can go with true project based, everyone.
yeah.
It's that simple. So, Mohammed Jabbar, you have your hand up. What would you like to say?
Hello, teacher Tim. How are you?
Well, again, that same question every single time in 24 hours. It's for Teacher Tim. When people answer that question, I got this question answered from high low about 3 weeks ago inside this secure. And even before it was secure, Teacher Tim had it secure. He says, "How are you, Teacher Tim? You can't feel the energy? So you can't feel it around the world. You can't feel the beautiful change happening. What is change? It's magnificent energy. So I'm just here for 24 hours. I'm not here to be wonderful. I'm not here to be sad. I'm not here to be that. I'm not here to be this. I just said, "What's up, Teacher Muhammad? What would you like to say?"
Okay,
And the response is, "See, are you incorrect to say, 'Hey, Teacher Tim, how are you?'" Absolutely not. Teacher Tim is going to give his response to the world to say, "We got 24 hours right now to show the world. What do you want to share to the world about your facts and idea? And let's create it." Because to be wonderful for Teacher Tim, I would not be here if I was anything else other than here right now.
okay, you talked about the other platform and you talked about the cure. I think that the cue is the web talk, because in the web talk you don't find this thing that teacher doesn't talk about it. In web talk, it's everything is secure. There's no anything other than knowledge. We have here is knowledge. We gave knowledge to others. The web talk is the cure to the world. Okay, and teacher Tim, the last day of my training session, I forgot a point, how to mute all participants and how to not allowing them to unmute them. I want to know this point.
Okay. In the participants, when you
Okay,
when you join, because you're going to be joining the IEG secure account. So the settings can be set inside the bigger picture settings. And when you create the meeting and you're the host, you go to participants, you click it. And at the bottom, you have you have three little dots that are horizontal. Okay?
okay,
And you
okay,
click those three little dots and it will show mute participants on entry. That's a tick. You want everybody muted when they come in. When you see them in the waiting room and they're coming in, you don't want them having their microphone on. They might be in the bathroom flushing. They might be, watching TV and they came in to listen, which actually they shouldn't even be in the Zoom when there's a noisy environment. What's the purpose? And so
okay,
you mute everybody from that and the tick. It's a tick. Boop, mute participants on entry into the secure. And then the
okay,
next one, allow participants to unmute themselves. The tick is on right now for Teacher Dustin. She was talking. Teacher Andy came in. You want to untick that.
okay,
You don't want people in the beginning unmuting themselves. Once they come in off, they can just simply press it. Oh, hello, Muhammad. Hello, Muhammad. Hello, Muhammad. Hello, Muhammad. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. You're trying to explain something for the first 5-10 minutes of the beautiful class. So everybody's unmuting their microphone. If you don't have control of that, hello, so nice to be here. Hello. And then you're like, all right, well, that's wonderful. They're speaking. They'll be able to speak if they kind of come in and listen to what you and Teacher Beth have to say. So that's number 2. Okay. You're going to see that. Allow participants to unmute themselves. The tick is off. And then when you're done the class, you can either
okay.
put that tick on. You know the 5 people, you know the 10 people, you're having a round table discussion and they just unmute, just like Teacher Dustin talking in, boop, 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 you like this. So that is the other part. And also, right now we're going to just use this official account for all IEG. Teacher Grant is having an issue with his YouTube channel. So I kind of want him to figure that out. So right now we have one channel. So if you can figure out a time after Saturday and Monday or before Saturday and Monday for, your class with Teacher Beth, that would be wonderful. And
Okay,
and
can't
and
we share
yeah,
the,
and I will be
can't
there.
we
Teacher
share
Tim will
the,
be there for you in Teacher Dustin's
okay,
first official on her own. Teacher Tim will be the assistant. Teacher Tim will be there with you, Muhammad Jabbar. Teacher Beth actually said she loves that you understand everything. She still wants to hear from Teacher Andy and Teacher Tim to make sure she's
yes,
following every rule. And that is beautiful.
she
I
told
love
me
that,
this point.
actually.
Yeah. Okay, can't we use a teacher grant account and share it with our YouTube channel? Can't we do that?
Um, Actually, that would be, you can ask him in Web Talk, okay? But actually, this account has Super Dad Andy's official account, and that's where we're going to have to change over. That's where I'm going to need Teacher Dustin about 30 minutes early, because we're going to put in her YouTube channel in here, and you have to sign into the YouTube channel. We're going to make her the host. She's not going to go into Super Dad Andy's YouTube channel, another account. So she's got to sign in, boop, 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 set it up in YouTube, and that's going to take about 30 minutes. So that was the process of last time with teacher mailing. It was a process to show. We're actually showing things. Teacher Toto talking about how difficult it is, with the YouTube, with teachers, and it seems so difficult. She's talking this way. She hasn't truly experienced it herself, so she's going to say this. And so that right there is for Saturday in the evening before Teacher Dustin starts, because she's going to be actually the first to start a class in the official IEG Secure Zoom account. Her name is on the list. You're there, Mohammed. Teacher Arsh is there. He just needs to give me the time with Sirwan, and they're going to go live here and in a YouTube channel as well, their own, in the Kurdish language. So thank you for those questions, Mohammed. It's a beautiful high level. You actually, and then Teacher Dustin talking about the annotations. She kept repeating it the other day when Teacher Andy was sharing. Teacher Tim did not interrupt Teacher Andy, because the annotation part and the muting of microphones, that really is up to the teachers. Teachers might want to have children just drawing all over and they're cool with it. It's the security part. Now, you might have some high-level individuals that use some curse words and write F, U. So you have to think about that, IEG teachers. Do you really want the annotations on with a child that's listening to YouTube videos every single day that's 5 years old and says the F word because they don't know what that means? And they see it in the subtitles and they want to write it. And then all of a sudden you get angry. You say, hey, you shouldn't do that. Well, do you even understand the mindset of that child? They're trying to learn English with things that they love, maybe rap music. All of a sudden they're just mimicking. They're actually doing something natural. They're spelling a word. Then all of a sudden you see it on your screen, Web Talk Live. This is why Teacher Mohammed Jabbar and Teacher Dustin, thank you for being the first to be. Teacher Andy is showing it. He's in the official account with the Travel Project. He's showing it, how it works. To the other ones outside doing their own deal, have fun. You're on your own.
Okay, later I'll ask Teacher Grant about this opinion. We'll know what he said about this. If he said no, okay, I'll wait until Tuesday, okay? I'll wait until Tuesday because Tuesday is free, I think.
For Teacher Beth.
Okay, yes, for Teacher Beth.
Okay, good.
And Wednesday for me, if the Teacher Grant said no.
Yes. Good. Perfect. So now it's you asking Teacher Grant about the YouTube. Good. Jabbar. Perfect.
If he said yes, that will be good because I'll have a 2-time class per week. Before I joined the IEG teachers, I did a 2-time class per week.
Okay. So you want to
Monday
bring that
and
back.
Monday and Thursday, yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for that created time twice a week. Teachers are going to understand in Web Talk, individuals that are Web Talkers, you're going to understand, it's all about you. People say, how many do I have to create? How many do I have to do? Oh, should Teacher Tim say that you should be going live 6 hours a day, just like Teacher Tim, and 10 hours a day, like Teacher Andy does? You really want to hear that? Go back to your 4 walls then and go listen to that, because that's exactly what they're telling you to do. So when you get home and you want to just relax a little bit, teachers out there in the world, where do you go? You go to TikTok and create something. Have fun. Teacher Tim's got your back.
Yeah, whoever want TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat, okay, go ahead. No one force you to come web talk. But if you want to find a cure, okay, the cure is web talk. Again, I will say it. If you want Snapchat and Instagram, go ahead, do it. Waste your time, waste your precious time.
And, you know, to the world out there, Teacher Tim will, he says the cure is web talk. And that's a part of it. If you're going to say that that's it, because, you know, that's what he's pointing out. Web talk is the cure. There's more to it. There's more to it. It's just he's sharing something right now. That's his own fact. Just like Teacher Dustin shared her own facts. She's in an idea, her own, to show her country something more. You think that the world doesn't know about these facts that are happening in their
They
countries?
know.
You should hear China. You should hear the parents talk about their children and the stories. Teacher Tim listened to them and then cured it. Children singing Musical Monday 3, 4, 5 years ago. Musical Monday, 8:30 every Monday. 1 hour. Musical Monday. Came in, children with parents, parents with children, businesses coming in and singing on the microphone, 9 at a time. Came in, they sang, they expressed themselves. How did they feel after the song? And they requested the songs, not Teacher Tim. And I'm not a musician. I don't know music. So when they ask me questions about who's the artist here, music is not my specialty. So how did Teacher Tim become the DJ? Well, actually, you don't know the history. Super engineers became DJs. Master Mac. He was a master super engineer. He loved music. He was a DJ on Musical Monday. And his English was low level when he came to the English clinic. And next thing you know, he's up here talking to people, sharing in music, DJing from a place right outside of the university where they hang out and drink beers together. And he was a DJ for 1 hour, a few times. Musical Monday was born based on facts. And what was the idea? You want to talk about Mondays for the world? Let's fade away from all these platforms that everybody knows is, something of something. Let's talk about Mondays for the world. And it's just silly how many human beings hate Mondays. So what's the cure? Do you hear Teacher Tim talking about Mondays, how disgusting it is for humanity? And Musical Monday is here. Look at Web Talk. Musical Monday. There's hashtag. Everybody's sharing music that's not even connected to us. Musical Monday. On Mondays, Teacher Tim is listening to music in Web Talk. Listening now. Other days when they share music, wonderful. Scroll down. Oh, I never heard that song. Okay, listening now. It's on Thursday.
Okay, Teacher Tim.
It's engagement. Thank you, Mohammed. Web Talk is engagement. If you stay on the platform, the average time for web talkers rises. Alexa ranking rises. That's why it's rising. You're staying in Web Talk. Web Talk Live keeps you here. When you're listening to the Web Talk Live in Web Talk, it keeps you there.
Teacher Tim, I shared this live on too many Facebook group. Can I say some word in my mother tongue to them
Sure
to
can.
encourage
Yes,
them
Mom.
to come?
Sure. Yes.
Okay, سلااوتان لێبێ ئەوانەی کەم لایڤە دەبینن ئەو تۆڕە کۆمەڵایەتە بوو کە باسم کردبۆتان ناوی وەبتۆکە لەم تۆڕەدا ئەتانەوێ فێری چی زمانێ بن لێیەتی هەموو مامۆستاکانی دنیای لێیە مامۆستای ئینگلیزی بەریتانی ئەمریکی ئوسترالی ئەم مامۆستانە کاتەکانی خۆیانیان تەرخان کردووە بۆتان بۆی بێن لێرە فێر بن هیچیان لێتان ناوێت تەنها لایک و کۆمنتیان دەوێت چونکە لایک و کۆمنت لە ئەم تۆڕەدا بەهای خۆی هەیە بەهای تایبەتی خۆی هەیە وەکو فەیسبوک نییە چەند لایک و کۆمنت کەی تەنها کاتەکەی خۆت دەکوژیت لەم تۆڕەدا لایک و کۆمنت و شێر بەهای تایبەتی خۆی هەیە لەم تۆڕەدا توانی مامۆستای بیانی بناسیت ئەمریکی بەڕیتانی ئوسترالی کەنەدی هەموو مامۆستاکانی دنیای لێ ئەگەرەتانەوێت بەشداریم تۆڕە بکەن تا زووە بێن چکە هیچ کات درەنگ نەبووە ئینگلیزیش وتەیەکی لە never to be late واتە هیچ کاتێ درەنگ نەبووە بێنە ناو ئەم تۆڕە و بەشداریان جیهانەی ئەمە بکەن لەم جیهانەدا فێری هەموو شتێ دەبیت هەموو شتێکی چاکی تێدایە کاتکوشتنی تیان نییە هەموو پۆستەکانی دەربارەی ئینگلیزیە ڕۆژی دووشەممەمان تەرخان کردووە میوزیکال مۆندەی واتە ڕۆژی مۆسیقا گوێ لە مۆسیقا دەگرین لەم ڕۆژەکانی ترشمان تەرخان کردووە بە شتەکانی تر ئەگەرەتانەوێت بەشداریان تۆڕە بن تا زووە بێن چونکە زانیاری زۆرتان دەسەکەوێ هاوڕێ تازە دەناسن و پارەیەکی پێ پەیدا دەکەن بۆ بژێوی ژیانتان ئەگەر تۆ مامۆستایت ئەتوانیت ئیشێکی ترکەی لێرە ئەگەر تۆ ئەندازیاری ئەتوانی لێرە ئیشێکی تر بکەیت پارەی پەیداکەیت سپاس بۆ هەمووتان هەتا زووە بێن بەناو ئەم تۆڕە تا زانیاری زیاتر بەدەست بێن و کەسی تازە بناسن و بەشداری کلاسەکان بن. Okay, thanks for you, teacher Tim.
Okay. Yes, and I'm writing something right now. I'm going to show something in a second. This is happening in WebTalk. You guys are going to understand something here in a second. Let me go back over to Zoom. It was over in WebTalk right there. Okay, screen sharing, WebTalk. Now, here is, let me refresh. Well, here, I'm going to go to notifications in WebTalk, and an individual by the name of Herman Barami, a WebTalker, shared this WebTalk Live, his WebTalk live stream. He shared it. Did he write anything to his contacts? He didn't. Well, he shared a WebTalk live stream. Who got the 30 engagement points? Teacher Tim. Who else got 30? Teacher Andy. What does he get when he shared it? He gives himself 1 point. You can give yourself, when you create a WebTalk post, when you share someone's, you give yourself 1 point. Now, Teacher Tim just gave him 20. I don't know who he is. And what's the question? What's the comment? I didn't give an emoji just because he shared it. He didn't write anything. Anybody can share anything. This is WebTalk. Let's take it to the next level. Let's take it to truly show some respect to our contacts in WebTalk. So, are you listening to your WebTalk live stream? That's the question. He got 20 points. I don't know who this individual is. There's the giving back. He gave 30. Teacher Tim is aware, checking notifications. Oh, look at that. He gave an emoji over on the original. He gave an emoji. Did he comment? He just gave an emoji in appreciation for it. He's following Teacher Tim. So 3 shares already, 16 views, 11 emojis, 15 comments. We've been live for about an hour inside WebTalk. And you know what's beautiful about this? If we go over here, we'll go over to Teacher Alexandra. She didn't share the WebTalk live stream. She created her own. She copied the naked link. Boom. Hashtags. I am listening, she said. Oh, she's an incredible listener. She's in every Zoom class that she can be a part of inside. 4 emojis, 2 comments. Who are the comments? Oh, Teacher Tim is listening to Teacher Dustin and Teacher Andy. She got 3 emojis already there too. I'm going to give her another because I know she gave an emoji to that. Who else is there? Nala Photo, Innovative English of Iraq. She's listening too. She read Teacher Tim. You think she gave an emoji? She did. She gave an emoji to Teacher Tim's comment over in Teacher Alexandra. That's called engagement. Nala Photo is someone who joined WebTalk on a Facebook Live, and we've been guiding her ever since. You think this is a joke? You think this is wasted time going in Facebook? Humanity, you don't understand what the vision is of humanity. And there's a reason, you are creating your own vision, idea, dream fielder. Let Teacher Tim guide the world. Let the human beings hate Teacher Tim because they don't understand it. That type of bullying and energy has zero permission to enter an unlimited energy. And the cure is not web talk. The cure is much more than just web talk. We're going to bring humanity through web talk. We're going to support web talk to the fullest today as RJ supports his dream fielder. And he knows, RJ knows, that web talk is here to support everyone. That's the vision. So with that said, Teacher Dustin, Teacher Alexandra, Teacher Muhammad, we'll see you later. I'm going to head into South Korea right now to talk to a few young individuals, a few older individuals that have a passion to be able to develop their speaking and create environments of listening. 20-minute sessions. The company gives, Teacher Tim gives it back to humanity, unlocking pro packages of web talk. With that said, we end the YouTube live, stops here, and